But let's get a move on then with Dussehra and Diwali, the festive season, the period kicking in. We have a lot of companies, particularly the durables and electronic players, who depend on the festive season quite strongly, who are saying that it is sticking up well. So let's find out what consumer sentiment is looking like and whether we can see an uptick in demand, or on account of the COVID and pandemic fears, there is going to be a massive lull. We've got Ritesh Ghosal, CMO at Croma, and Kamal Nandi, President CEAMA, now joining in on the show. Gentlemen, thanks so much for taking time out and joining in. To begin with then, Mr. Ghosal, let's talk about the just general sense that you're getting as to how demand has been so far. What has been the overall footfalls as things have started opening up, and are you banking on the festive season to give a major push through?
Two things. One is, footfalls is not the right way to measure what's happening in the market this year because of social distancing, queuing up outside the store, etc. Fewer people are turning up as compared to any other year. But the upside is only serious shoppers are turning up. So the conversion that all retailers are enjoying is of a totally different level. That said, in the period of August, we saw growth in excess of 20% over last year, partly to pent-up demand, partly because, with work from home, learn from home, all kinds of restrictions on what you can do outside the house, people are investing in making their homes more comfortable. So whether it's larger televisions, gaming consoles, home appliances which make things convenient to work in the home, and of course laptops. Everything is there's a lot of demand for all these articles. In fact, even after August, we went into 2 weeks of Shraddh, which is usually, lull before the festive season sets in. Shraddh to Shraddh growth was in fact even higher than August. So August was roughly around 20-21%. Shraddh to Shraddh growth is in excess of 25%. So all indications are that the market, at least in our categories, is on a very strong positive swing. And we expect this to continue into festive as well.
Okay, so things are looking rather promising. Mr. Nandi, let's get in your outlook in terms of expectations then from the festive season. What sort of growth do you think that we can see from appliances, consumer electronics? What has it been like so far over the last few months as well?
So let me first begin with how it has been over the last few months. I think starting June, when things started opening up, the market started opening up, we saw demands going up. And July, we were more or less at about 90% of last year's level. And August did see a growth of about 10% plus. September also, the first 15 days or 20 days has been good, and it is also showing a growth. So market is picking up, and there are three factors which are driving this demand. The first, of course, is that since we are all locked down and we have this pandemic fear, we are not allowing domestic help to come in, and this is largely happening in the city markets. And therefore, consumers are looking for substitute to domestic help. So appliances which are substituting domestic help, people are buying and purchasing them. The second is that kids being at home, I think people need entertainment at home, and therefore electronic is in demand, televisions are in demand. The second phenomena is that economic activities are going up. As economic activities are going up, we are seeing more job creation, we are seeing more liquidity in the market, and therefore more purchase. And the third factor which is going to drive demand is that given that we had a good monsoon, the agriculture output is expected to be good, and we will see a good demand in the rural economy. You are already seeing that as of now. So going to festive, I clearly feel that we will have a good festive this year. After 3 years or so, I think we will see a double-digit growth in the festive months.
Okay, so still expecting, some boost coming in on the festive side. Ritesh, how did the past, like Onam, Ganesh Chaturthi, for instance, some of these festivals pan out? What was the kind of trend that you saw there?
See, Onam I can't really comment on because we don't have stores in Kerala. But Ganesh Chaturthi came within the August period that I spoke about, and it was pretty positive. So, like I said, overall August period saw growth in excess of 20%, and Ganesh Chaturthi, which came just after the 15th August sale, saw similar growth as well.
Okay, so that's on Ganesh Chaturthi as well. Any issues with on the inventory side? Are you all set to sort of ready to brace for the kind of demand uptick you're saying that could be possible in festive season?
No, in fact, that's a good question. On the supply side, there are significant constraints, especially in laptops. While sales has been really good, sales could have been much more if we had stocks across price points and across brands. Going into festive, there is some talk of price increase on panels for televisions, for instance, which can also create supply side disturbances. Similarly, even on the home appliance side, for instance, like Kamal pointed out rightly, there's a lot of demand for fully automatic washing machines, dishwashers, etc. And supplies are constrained. Nobody had foreseen this kind of demand. For us, microwaves was a category which was declining year on year. Suddenly, you're in a position where the category is growing 50% plus. Again, supplies are a constraint. So the challenge in festive actually will be to have supplies in place across price bands and across brands in categories.
So, Mr. Nandi, given the fact that the festive season is about 25 to 30% of the total sales, we understand that brands are right now struggling with liquidity and other challenges. Are there any sort of schemes, any sort of promotions as well that we can expect, or do you think that will be avoided at a tough and a challenging and a very unique time like this?
So I think, brands will be little aggressive with promotion this festive, given that every brand has lost out heavily in Q1. So they would try to recover some of the lost grounds in the festive month. So you will see more promotions during festive. My guess is the promotions will be more around making cash flows easy, or liquidity in the hands of consumer. So you will see a lot of hire purchase schemes, finance schemes being offered. You will see low EMI schemes being offered. You will see a lot of cashback schemes being offered. You will see extended warranty schemes being offered. So anything that is really going to bring in some saving or ensuring a better liquidity or cash flow in the hands of consumer, those will be the type of promotions that brands will go in for this festive.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much for giving us a sense as to what we can expect in the upcoming festive season and what the outlook is going to be. So clearly, we have seen a lot of demand as well coming in from products that are consumer electronics, as well as the likes of washing machines, and all of that has been doing fairly well.